Time for Scout versus Scout. Daniel Jeremiah, Bucky Brooks. And Bucky, we are a quarter of the way through the season. We still got a lot of football left to play. We've seen teams get out to hot starts before. We've seen them totally collapse. So we're not going to draw any sweeping conclusions here. But let's look at things as they are right now as they stand through 4 weeks. And let's hand out some awards. Let's start with Coach of the Year.
Dan Quinn, the Atlanta Falcons. He has to be the Coach of the Year because of the way the Falcons have really rallied off the mat. This is a team that's playing with a lot of effort, a lot of energy. I look at what they're doing on defense, flying to the ball, creating turnovers. That is all a reflection of him. And then when you go to the offense side of the ball, what they're doing with Julio Jones, Devontae Freeman, Matt Ryan playing well, the hiring of Kyle Shanahan, all things to me point to Dan Quinn being the Coach of the Year at this point because the Falcons have been one of the league's biggest surprises to this point.
Yeah, look, Ron Rivera's done a nice job, Gary Kubiak as well, but I agree with you. Dan Quinn, he's the Coach of the Year for both of us. Let's move on, though, now to the defensive side of the ball. Defensive Player of the Year through 4 weeks of the season is who?
Josh Norman. Josh Norman for the Carolina Panthers is playing lights out. 4 interceptions in 4 weeks, 2 pick sixes, doing a great job of reading quarterbacks' mail, making plays. And look, understand, this is a contract year, one where he's looking to get paid. He continues to make plays like this. He will not only get paid, he may get some hardware at season's end.
Hard to argue. I'm a big Josh Norman fan as well. But I'm going to go a guy who didn't even start the season. That's Kam Chancellor as my defensive player of the year. We saw what that defense looked like without him. And now the 2 games he's been there with the Seahawks, they haven't given up a point. Or they haven't given up a touchdown, I should say, on defense. And he has the walk-off winner right there against Calvin Johnson. He, to me, has proven to be incredibly valuable. He gets my defensive MVP vote.
You know, he should get that. And thinking about what he's brought to the table, I think you could put him in the mix as an MVP based on how he's played because he has really turned around that defense.
Well, you just teased it right there, Bucky. Let's jump in. MVP right now, quarter of the season. Kam Chancellor in the mix for you?
Yeah, Kam Chancellor is definitely in the mix. He's my number 3 guy. Tom Brady's number 2, playing at a high level. But look, A-Rod. Aaron Rodgers is playing at a rate that we haven't seen a quarterback play at. And I know we can go back through the legends throughout time, but Aaron Rodgers is really making his way into that conversation. 11 touchdowns, no interceptions, passer rating over 125, continuing to make plays with his arms and legs, pinpoint passer. And what I like about him, ultimate game manager, plays in a dot-to-dot fashion from the pocket. He just makes this offense nearly indefensible, special player doing special things at this time.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. And you look at my list, Bucky, you're going to see a couple familiar names there with Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, he's the guy for me. Got the 2 quarterbacks, but the guy in the middle is the one I want to touch on, Julio Jones. It's not often you see a wide receiver in discussion for MVP, but that's how good he's been so far for the Atlanta Falcons. And to me, the skill set is there, the size, the speed, the physicality. The edge in which he plays, though. I mean, I talk about Des Bryant, how he plays angry. I don't know that I would say angry for Julio, but he is ultra aggressive, and I think that kind of spreads to that offense. They are always in attack mode, largely because of Julio Jones.
Yeah, absolutely. He sets the table for everyone on offense to eat. His ability to make plays at every level, short, intermediate, and deep, allows them to really use a very diverse passing game. And even though he's not getting a lot of contributions from his castmates, Leonard Hankerson is coming on. Devontae Freeman is really anchoring the run game. Now we're seeing the Atlanta Falcons team that can score points on anybody.
We love quarter awards so much. We're going to come back on Friday, and we're going to hand out some awards to the rookies. They have a good-looking rookie class this year. We'll give you our Rookies of the Quarter on Friday's episode. But, Bucky, look, we got plenty more to jump into, more than we can do in this segment, and that's why we have the Move the Sticks podcast, where we can jump into all sorts of topics, and we got a big one coming up this week.
Yeah, right. Huge matchups in the passing game. You have Richard Sherman taking on A.J. Green, talking about the Legion of Boom being able to knock them down, and also Calvin Johnson, Patrick Peterson. We'll talk about all of that on the latest Move.
Yeah, we'll get you covered on Move the Sticks, NFL.com/podcasts.